Then we've got a storm on the way, and that's going to change things up. It was a frosty view tonight from Bells Canyon. Hey, thanks, Rachel, for sharing this with us. So pretty, so cold out there. It was really below average throughout the state. We made it to freezing, but it was a struggle. Most of the day spent in the upper 20s, low 30s in Salt Lake, topped out in the 20s. Poor Logan, 9 for the high today, setting that record with the low temperature at minus 15, made it into the 20s in Vernal. They were 0 last night, 30s for the central portion of the state, low 50s in St. George. So it was a cold day. That Arctic air snuck in, and now it's moving away from the Beehive State as a storm is moving in. Great video today from Bridal Veil Falls. So pretty with the snow. I should mention when we talk about Bridal Veil Falls or any mountain locations that yes, we have to be careful. Avalanche danger persists. Even though today was high pressure, we were quiet in the mix with sunshine, we still had high danger out there for northern and central Utah mountains, including the western Uintas, and fresh snow is on the way. We're very close to these winter weather advisories going into effect. Again, Box Elder County, Cache Valley, and the northern Wasatch Front underneath this winter weather advisory. But check out Salt Lake, Tooele County, and into Utah County. The southern end of the Wasatch Front not under winter alerts, and that's because of precipitation type. Our mountains will get fresh snow, but there will be some valleys that either get shadowed, get a wintry mix, or see straight rain with this storm system. Doesn't feel like January, but this moisture is coming in 2 waves, and when it does, it's going to impact our morning commute. Satellite radar shows that high pressure that will slide to the east, that wet weather in Elko tracking along I-80, going to move into the Beehive State as we get through the next several hours. UDOT saying, hey, you've got to incorporate slower conditions for your Wednesday morning, especially on mountain routes. That's where in the red we're going to see road snow, but light road snow and slush mainly for the morning commute. Now, areas that just get straight rain, maybe just wet roads, but either way, that's the recipe for a sloppy Wednesday morning commute, and you want to make sure you give yourself enough time as you step out. Forewarn Futurecast times out the precipitation so we know what to expect, and you're going to see what I mean when I say sloppy. It's messy here as we get through the Futurecast. Here we are at 3 a.m. Blue indicating snow. And you see that especially in areas where we have cold pools like Weber County, Cache Valley. But then we see the pink, which is mixed precipitation, and the yellow and green. That's rain. It's a weather buffet. We serve it all in this first round of moisture, which means as you head out, early morning commuters, you could see some slick winter travel conditions, especially in northern Utah. West Desert starts to fill in with a little bit of everything by 6 a.m. Warmer air starts to move in, and that could mean we see rain in places like Utah, Tooele, and Salt Lake counties. We do see that first wave bringing some scattered showers right before lunch, and then we clear for a little bit. The mountains getting straight snow this entire storm. As we look at our second wave, it comes in the evening where mountain snow's on, warm air's in place, and we're looking at the potential of rain yet again. We could see that switch back to snow in some locations, but either way, we're looking at precipitation, a midweek storm bringing the moisture that will linger into early Thursday morning. So you know the commute is going to see impacts, wet roads expected for the evening wave as it comes through. Snow potential favors the northern mountains, and I want to zoom in and show you the model. Conveniently leaving out Salt Lake and Tooele County, where we're looking at the southern Wasatch Front staying out of those alerts. So it lines up, but our mountain valleys and mountains going to pick up decent snow. How much? 2 to 6 inches where we see a straight snow event. That includes up towards Cache Valley and the northern Wasatch Front. Rain expected for the southern Wasatch Front, but that first wave we could have cold enough air where maybe we get a couple of inches. Cache Valley and the benches looking at 3 to 6, mountain valleys at 4 to 8, with the northern mountains getting the healthiest amounts, and a little bit of snow headed towards the central mountains and the southern mountains. Will take it. Wet weather potential not just for the midweek, but also heading into the weekend. We're monitoring that storm as we get closer. As we look at the regional forecast, you see 30s and 40s, warm air moving in January. Little unusual, but it's coming from the Pacific and the south, so that warmer air with it. 20s over in Vernal, 50s in St. George. Speaking of, next 7 days in Washington County shows a warming trend, and there's that weekend storm showing up with wet weather, and that's going to be showers and rain in southern Utah heading into early next week. Here's the Wasatch Front. We deal with this storm system coming through where you take your pick, you pick your poison, you like rain, you like snow, we've got it all. Drying out for the latter half of the work week, and then heading into the weekend, we'll see what that storm does. But right now, that looks like a warm weekend storm, which would be straight rain. Wow.